Okay. Good luck. Have fun.
Good luck.
We can.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Try to set this timer up.
I've never used that.
Stopwatch. I just used it in my game with Shuffle Bus Neil for the first time, so figured out how to use it. If you right click, it gives you different options and stuff.
Yeah. I have 4 basics.
Okay, I have 1. So
Okay. I'll let you go first.
okay, I will start with a Summon Majestic Titan book. Much dice. And no side action.
Okay. Do Gilder.
Mm-hmm.
And then Med for 3. I should probably shuffle.
Oh yeah. Well, me too.
I just noticed that I was pulling 2 amplifies off, so I was like,
Good catch.
okay, 1, 2, 3. This. And over to you. I try to get this into my graveyard. There.
Okay, I will meditate for 1. Banish for a horse, and then I'll play Summon Squall Stallion book. Back to
Okay.
you.
That's the snake. And over to you.
Okay. I'll play Summon Blue Jaguar main action, and then Body Inversion side action. Back to you.
Do the Mind Fog Owl. Body Inversion is interesting tech.
Yep.
Oh.
I mainly brought it for the 3-eyed owls, but
That's a good call.
yeah.
Wrecks me very, very nicely. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh wait.
Oh, you can do a side action if you want.
I'm good. No.
Okay.
No side action. Sorry, I was just thinking about something and then.
Okay. I'll use this to play Expand Energy. So then I'll refill my hand up to 2 cards. So I'll draw 2. And no side action.
Root Armored Hammer Knight.
This is what I was worried about in your deck. Okay. So I guess it's back to me.
Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting those turn counters.
No worries. What would be best? Okay, I can't pass, so I'll bring in the Majestic Titan. This one. And no side action.
We'll summon a Gilder. Pick up for 1. And no side action.
Okay, I'll summon in the Squall Stallion.
I've been seeing these very much.
So on the book, it says I draw a card. Yeah. So they're lightning speed, so they can't be targeted by reactions, which is kind of a lesser known thing. And then they have an unexhaustible.
That's cool.
Yeah, they have an unexhaustible side action torrent.
Oh, so you drop cards on top of your deck or bottom of your deck to gain. Ah, that's cool.
Yeah, I put them back from hand onto the top or bottom.
Yeah. Your draw engine is fueling that at times.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
So then for my side action, I'll use that torrent ability.
Okay.
Let's think. Yeah. I'll put this card back on top of the deck.
Okay.
Place 1 token. Back to you.
We summon a snake. Then spend these two to command strike with the Hammer Knight into
Yep.
the Majestic Titan.
Very nice.
And that will get me the one token I need to actually survive.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me have to think so many ways.
Yeah.
Ugh.
The other thing I was contemplating is if you first 5'd explosive growth. That was one other way that you could get around it, but
Yeah.
the Hammer Knight seems more effective.
Against Aerodel, I like to defensive times. Like I played Aerodel first game, and I went offensive, and I won. We played two games after that. Same decks, just threw down. And actually, the Hammer Knight opening was stronger for me against Aerodel.
Okay.
So that put a wrench in it because now I have to do things out of order. Like I couldn't get the owl out.
Yeah.
Right? But
Mm-hmm. This puts me in a tough position. Yeah, I'll attack the Silver Snake with the Squall Stallion.
I will take one on Mayoni.
Okay. And side action, I'll Water Blast the Silver Snake.
Very interesting. Ah, I see what you did there.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
I see what you did there. Well, I will attack Aerodel for one at least.
Cool.
Because if I know what's coming.
Yep, I'll body inversion the Silver Snake, and then I will pass main.
Okay. And I will Hammer Knight the Stallion.
Okay, I'll guard with Aerodel and take 3.
And no dice, nothing left. Pass, I guess.
I'm going to actually
Or one more.
torrent one more. I'm gonna put this card on top.
Okay.
And yeah, then pass.
His torrents aside, pass, then I would pass.
Oh, and you took
Will
1
be
damage on Mayoni from the
the Stallion. Okay. 5. Nothing like starting out strong.
Yeah, you've had some bad rolls this game so far.
5 basics. Okay. Let's see.
I forget, did you start or did I?
You started, so I get first.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
No worries. I need to mend a lot. I will meditate 5.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. Um, I'll first start by summoning a second Squall Stallion. So I draw a card. Play. So that costs. Um, and then I'll play Transmute Magic as a side action. So I can
Okay.
swap any number of dice in my exhausted pool with an equal number. So, let's see. I'll bring back these two and trade them for 1, 2. No. And these ones get to be on the power side. And then I can change one die in each target player's active pool to a side of my choice.
Mhm.
So I'll get a horse, and I'll turn your snake down to a basic. There we go.
Okay. I will med. Yeah, I'll do 3. I have to.
Rats, I wanted to wolf it.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna Gilder. And I'll do this one.
Okay. Okay. I'll summon a Majestic Titan. And then I'll use Torrent. I'll slip this card underneath the bottom of my deck. And then I get to put a status token on each of the stallions.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't need to do that. Flip these. Okay. Back to you.
Snake. Then explosive growth.
Ooh, scary. So that right now is a 4/4, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. So I will torrent with the Skull Stallions. I'll put this card on the top of my deck. And then I'll attack this stallion into your snake. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. Yep.
And then he eats it. Boop.
That's it for me.
Okay. That's a main. No side action.
Okay. Um. Hmm. So. Right. Okay. I'll torrent. I'll put this card on top. And then I will pass main.
We will do a Mind Fog Owl.
Okay. Alright, I'll use Aridel's ability as a side action to destroy your Mind Fog Owl.
Okay.
And I will pass main.
I will strengthen the Hammer Knight.
Okay.
And attack the Majestic. That's 5 attack.
Okay. I'll counter. So you
Okay,
take
so how much?
3. So you
So
take
2?
Yep. exactly.
Exhausted. That's
I will summon the blue jaguar. And then I will torrent. I'll put this on top.
I will pass.
Okay. Can't really afford to take 8 damage.
No.
So I might have to pass as well. I'll body inversion your Gilder. And
No.
then pass. Yeah. Okay, and that's the end of round then.
Okay. Not going to discard any, but I'll draw 3. Get rid of all these exhaustion tokens. Shuffle up India.
Yeah, I won't discard either. I'm not sure on the order of whether you roll or discard or draw first and replay.
I don't either, but I always like to say that what I'm going to do if it's out of order, because then it's not like, oh, I saw my dice. Oh, I'm not going to use this card. You know, like
Yeah, makes sense.
if it's right, I just want to play it safe because I've had bad experiences in other games where it was like, nope, you didn't do it in the proper order, therefore you don't get magic for the whole turn. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
just did it all at once. It's like one phase, just, you know?
Yeah.
So I just like to make sure.
Makes sense.
Boop, boop. You get to start.
Okay. I will torrent. I'll put this card on top.
Okay.
And then I'll attack your Silver Snake with this 7 attack Squall Stallion.
Ugh. I will take 7.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Okay. And this. Do side action Mayoni and kill this guy.
Yep.
And then spend this to summon a Gilder.
Okay.
And hit the Jaguar.
I'll meditate. I'll do one from my hand for...
Forgot to do the recover 2.
Oh, yep.
Off of the... Forgot that, sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Just clean up.
So I'll meditate that vanish from my hand for the horse.
Okay.
And I'll meditate one off the top. Summon Majestic Titan book for a second horse. And sure, one more off the top. Third Squall Stallion book, or second Squall Stallion book for a frog. And then I will summon a Squall Stallion. So I draw one card. And back to you.
I'm going to call. And then ping Jaguar. To flip. Just a little bit of cleanup.
Okay. We're in one shot range. So I need to summon, I'll do a Majestic Titan. Yep. And oh, gonna torrent and just figuring out which card to do. Yeah, put this on top. Back to you.
Nightfog Owl.
Okay.
And then spend this. Slap a root armor on it.
Nice. Could be GG, potentially. Okay, let's think about this. So 4, that would be down to 3. Still only 2. Okay. I will body inversion your Gilder.
Okay.
And then I will summon a blue jaguar. Back to you.
Strengthen Owl.
Okay.
To Aerodel.
Uh, Okay. So my blue jaguar dies. No damage. Squall Stallion dies, no damage, and then my Majestic.
Aftershock this guy.
Okay. And then Majestic Titan will counter for 3 damage, and we'll die. Another token for you. Yeah, I'll side action frog ping down the silver snake to save you the time. And I'll pass main.
And I pass.
Okay. Keep this frog up here. And then you'll go first this round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I won't discard any.
Did I just
Draw 2.
Oh, let's get back here.
what round we're in. So I went
4.
first.
Look at my hammer knife. Just cleaning up things.
Oh, yeah.
Just I'll bring out a gilder. The guy for one.
Mhm.
Not double exhaust. Oh.
Alright, I will use Iridal's ability to blast down your Gilder, and then I'll attack your Hammer Knight with this Squall Stallion.
No, I made a vital mistake last turn, and I think I'm losing this round. If I just sat back and not did anything.
It's a tough call.
No, I should have. Because if I could have cards, I could have gotten by and it would have been different. But, you know, you win some, you lose some.
Yeah. Yeah, this game, there's so many small decisions, right? It's quite complex. So it's even hard for me to determine, at this stage at least, whether I made a mistake or not.
I know I did.
Okay.
I made a huge one.
Hmm. Okay. I'll summon the Majestic Titan. Yeah. and no side action.
Meditate 2. Spend one of those.
I will play Squall Stallion. So I'll draw a card as well from that. And then, oh, I gotta spend my dice. This and this. And then I will play Transmute Magic using this horse. I'm gonna swap this frog for a horse. And then I'll turn this up to a wolf and turn down your frog to a basic.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, you can read it if you want.
Oh, I was just. My brain keeps going to the old one. That.
This is quite the mind-boggler of a match.
So I'm going to Gilder.
Okay.
And we'll hit the Stallion. And then I'm just going to med one. No, I'm not. Yes, I am.
Alright, I'm going to use a wolf power side to turn your frog to a basic and your snake to a basic.
Oh, it's only one side.
Or, oh, sorry. You're right.
So then go to class.
Yep. You're right. My bad. This is the first time I've used the wolf power, I think. Even though I played a bunch of Reborn.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll pass main.
And you passed?
Yep.
I'll attack the stallion.
Okay, I have a reaction. I'll play Shadow Strike with my wolf to deal 3 to your Root Armored Mindfog Owl.
Okay.
Um, and then I will guard with Aerodile. Take 2.
Okay. And that was my main. Over to you.
Okay. I will Torrent I'll put this card and slip it under the bottom. And I will pass main.
Snake.
I'll torrent. I'll slip this card under the bottom. And I'll pass main again.
Strengthen Gilder, attack Stallion.
Okay. I'll counter. I'll play a second Summon Majestic Titan book. And no side.
Maoni. Ability. Snake for 2.
Yep.
And then kill.
Nom nom.
Num num.
Big snake eating an elephant.
You know. I pass.
Okay. I will pass. Okay. And around. Now the timer is over an hour, but I don't really care about that rule unless you feel, or unless you want to do it. I'd be happy to just continue playing the game as normal because I'm under no time constraints. But
I'm already on a timer, so.
Okay. Yeah.
I have no dice, so. And yeah. Is it round?
So it's round 5 now, so I go first this round.
You go.
Yeah.
Oh. just happened.
My bad. I had them both highlighted when I flipped to mine. And
Oh.
yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, snake is out. Alright, I guess I'll summon in a Majestic Titan. Yeah. And then I'll Water Blast the Mind Fog Owl. Over to you.
Gilder. Hit that for 1.
Okay.
One. 2. For Mayoni.
Okay. So over to me. All right. I'll play Transfer.
Okay.
I'll transfer this exhaustion token on your Gilder Book over to the Silver Snake.
Onto the snake.
Yep.
Okay.
And then yeah, I'm not sure if this is the right call, but I'll wolf both of your class charm dice down to basics.
Meditate 1. Bring out an owl.
Yeah. I'll summon a Squall Stallion. So I'll draw one. And then I'll use torrent to put one card to the bottom. Back to you.
We'll summon a Gilder.
Okay.
Hit the Stallion for 1. And then meditate the book away.
All right. I will torrent. I'll put this card on top. Yeah, I'll put it on top. And then, yeah, I guess I'll pass main.
Strengthen Gilder. Attack Stallion.
Rats, my stallion isn't gonna live. Yeah, I'll guard with Aerodel, take 2. I think I'm in trouble. Okay. I'll play Transmute Magic. So I don't have any dice to swap, but I will get to change 1 dice of yours to any side I want. So I'll change the snake down to a basic.
Okay.
And then I'll pass main.
I will frog ping. And attack for 0.
Okay.
And I'll attack this person.
Okay. I will not counter. And I'll pass.
I will meditate. No, I won't meditate because that's more damage. I'll pass.
Okay. And around. I won't touch either of my cards. And you start this time. Into round 6.
Ping.
Okay.
Attack for 5.
Well, I lucked out on both the draw and the dice rolling. So yeah, figures in the fog, the snake. I will summon a Squall Stallion. I'll draw a card as well. And then I'll meditate. Summon the spirits from hand for a frog. Yeah, that's it.
Strength and owl. Attack 4.
Hmm. Alright, I'll block with the Squall Stallion. I'll summon a Majestic Titan. And I'll meditate. Yeah, I'll meditate 1. New ideas from my hand for a horse.
Meditate 1. And pass.
Okay. I'll summon a blue jaguar.
Trap.
Nice. Uh, um, no side action.
Frogping and Gilder. Just Gilder.
Sorry. How did you do that?
I Frogping.
Yep.
1 damage. And then I summoned a Gilder.
Oh.
Or
So
the
you
other
can
Gilder.
you can do the ping even if the Gilder can't come in, basically.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's 2 different sentences.
Makes sense. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'll side action body inversion your other Gilder. And then attack with the Mayoni with the Majestic Titan.
Okay.
For 3.
Last game.
Alright. Whew! That was probably the most intense game I've played of Ashes so far.
I'll do that. You blast it, then I take 4 for draw.
Yeah.
I made a mistake by attacking with the big snake. I could have ended it 3 turns ago.
Yeah, probably. I didn't get my transfers until late in the game, so I would have had no way to
Because
stop that. You were so close to killing me though, with that exhortation.
could have you would have been done if I didn't have to kill my own Gilder.
Yeah.
I could have, many mistakes. I could have beat you not attacking with my full board.
Yeah.
If I passed there, then I would have won earlier. Because I would have had all the stuff to start the round.
Yeah.
Instead,
I remember there's one. I can't remember what round
I
it
hubris.
was.
Because I didn't forgot this was a 3 attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one round early on. I remember it was really scary. I think I just had a Squall Stallion, and it was going into your turn. On this, I can't exactly remember.
You had 2 or 3 bodies, and I had matching.
Yeah, I think I needed to body inversion your Gilder, or else you'd have 4, and then the exhortation would have got through if you attacked with the Gilder as well, right? That was one moment. I was assuming you had exhortation in hand, but I wasn't sure. That was one moment I could have died, and yeah, if you wouldn't have attacked, you probably could have pulled it off next round. Like I didn't have any way with the root armors. Like I do have 2 Mist Typhoons, but they don't do anything against like 2 health. And so I couldn't have probably cleared your board. So yeah, I guess in hindsight, I would agree that that was a mistake.
Yeah, no, I made some big mistakes and cost me the game. Played extremely well. Like I did work to keep the snake alive.
Yeah. It wouldn't have worked in a non-open deck list format though. Yeah.
You saw that I was playing snakes, so threw it in the first 5.
Yep. Yeah. It's like a first 5 option. I either have to go that or Miss Spirits.
If you basically when you see oh, you're playing someone with charm, you'll throw it in your first 5.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just in case of an owl.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I've seen that trades sort of efficiently with an owl that I can think of, because it's just dice for dice. Everything else trades worse. But yeah, it does screw me up because then I don't get the Miss Spirits. But in this matchup, I knew your whole deck list, right? I knew Miss Spirits are not going to be my best option. So yeah. that was a really fun game. Thanks a lot for the game. And yeah.
Did I miss? I was hoping maybe I catch it in time.
Yeah, you just missed it. But I recorded it, so
Awesome.
yeah, I'll upload the video.
Lots of mistakes on my side.
That's all right. I lost by exactly one. I missed it by one.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah,
I could have won it 3 turns ago
that stinks.
if I didn't do something stupid.
Yeah,
That's how the game goes.
I'm kicking myself for odetting a raptor herder mid game at this point. Well, like I'm like, oh, I probably should just done the hatchling on that one instead. But I like game 1, I played Cole with herders, and I left a herder up and took damage from the herder instead of just killing it. So I was like, well, I'm going to take damage anyways. I might as well get it off the board. And yeah,
Fatigue got me.
Fatigue, yeah.
mm-hmm.
I would have actually fatigued my opponent on this round.
In all fairness, you had really bad dice rolls the first 2 rounds. I think you had to
Oh my God.
like 6 cards. Just
I had 6 basics like twice.
Yeah.
That's rough, man.
And so then
And when I meditated my call upon the realms away.
Oof. Not good.
Mill is
hurts even more.
Yeah, Mill can be so devastating. I found that out the hard way against Christian Pratt's Saria. And he had, I don't know if it's called Mind Probe or whatever, where he can, discard, look at the first 5, discard 1, and then, rearrange them, right? And then with Saria, you can discard another one. And so, like, I just had a major weakness where if I couldn't get my allies into my hand, my deck had no hope. It was just completely dismantled. And the same thing can happen with meditations, I found. So I'm trying to make decks that don't meditate so often. But
yeah, it's hard, man. I mean, there's lots of decks that are really dice hungry for sure. So, but well, I mean, I was hoping maybe I'd get to catch you guys just because we finished up pretty quick. Yeah, I just like I played into a board state where I had exactly lethal, and my opponent pulls up an anchor knot and pings a hollow down and takes me one life away or 1 health away from it. And I made a mistake of not meditating in that round to have a particle shield to protect the anchor knot ping, but I would have still had to take another turn, which would have given him a chance to basically do 2 damage through 2 chance that still had damage tokens on it, which is what I had for life. So I was on a clock to win the game, and I just was going to be out of actions unless I could get through right then and there. And the anchor knot, James the anchor knot was the win, and I was just like, well, I'm going to miss it by 1 now, exactly 1.
Yeah,
that sucks. but
sucks, but it shows how cool this game is. That games can be so close as just 1 like premeditate away.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's and obviously like. That's just the best thing he could have done to me there. He had 1 anchor knot on the deck, and he hadn't meditated it away, even though he's down to 4 cards left in the deck. So I was like, like that stinks. But okay, cool. Like you win. GG. So
there's definitely luck in this game.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, there's luck in every game. I'm good with it. I mean, like I said, like going back, if I'd have probably just played it a little differently in some other decisions. Like I said, odetting the raptor herder in round 2 instead of just like odetting a hatchling. If I'd just odetted the hatchling, I'd taken no damage. That'd put me 1 more damage point away. I felt like I got pretty lucky when I watched him meditate 2 cards of the last 6, and they were 2 final cries. And I was like, oh, well, that's pretty good when I'm sitting at 4 life. To see 2 final cries go away, I'm feeling pretty good about that. Yeah. But I didn't check for the anchor knot in the list, and I don't know if there would have been anything else I could have done other than just, like I said, try to protect my unit through a particle shield, which I had auguried for. So I had the card in hand, just didn't do it right. And I don't know whether or not the augury would have mattered there because I didn't have dice combinations to play anything else that I would have been able to draw. Like, not augury, but particle shield from the draw card perspective. But ideally you try to set it up in a way where like the draw card turns you into a river scald or something like that, but it just didn't It didn't happen that way. I only played one Scald the whole game. That was, and played, like made a pretty significant. Like I changed to the small dice for the dice roller on the app,
Okay.
and when I did that, I just didn't copy my 6th illusion dice. So we started the round when I was at 9 dice instead of 10. And I'm like, wait a minute, my dice are off, and so ultimately, like I had to play down a die in round 1 because of that, and it didn't let me play Salamander Monk and a River Skull round 1, which I mean that could have been all the difference in the world. So who knows?
Oh, that
Who knows?
sucks.
Yeah. So hey, that's you win and you learn from these things. So, but yeah, I'm glad you guys are all having fun though. Sounds like a bunch of good matches going on.
This one was really enjoyable, for me at
Good.
least.
Oh, it was so crazy. Like, it made me think so much.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He started a body inversion.
Sweet.
Who starts a body inversion? Again, well, it's open deck list, but when you see snakes, that's like the perfect thing.
Absolutely. Like,
your snake is nothing?
Yeah, I like body inversion a ton with Snake and also against Owl, which there's not a lot of Owl deck, but in this game. But I mean, those are the kinds of things that I like body inversions for.
Like, I was thinking, like, what trades well with owls? Nothing, except body inversion goes even.
and Odette's ability trades well with Owl. She likes owls. She likes owls
true. Yeah. Yeah,
so anyways, good games nonetheless. I was hoping I was going to catch at least the tail end of your guys', so I was like, oh, maybe I will. And then I was like, when it looked like the decks were still kind of set up, I was like, man, I maybe you haven't played yet. I was like, that'd be even better because I can watch another game. But I'm glad you recorded it. I'll look forward to watching the coverage on it.
Yep. The production quality is kind of non-existent, but it's better than nothing, right? So
that's right. I like all coverage. All coverage is great coverage.
So did you?
I don't want to watch it because I'm gonna regret all the bad decisions I made.
So much from watching my games, Cam. I'm telling you, man. Like that's the best thing to do. It's like being a pro football player. You're going back and watching your game tape, and you're like, oh, why did I do that? Oh, why did I do that? Like it's like good muscle memory training.
It was one of those things that I did it, and then it was happening. I'm like, I'm an idiot. Why did I do that?
Yeah.
It's just like, what are you doing? You don't need to do this. You're just doing it for the sake of doing it. It's right. Like, oh. And that really cost me the game because a 9 health snake, like
with explosive growth.
Yeah. It was like all I need to do was get to the next round and exhort an owl.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's done. The game's over.
Yep.
Yeah. And instead I attacked. I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, man. There's so many ways to make different decisions, and like so many lines of play that can open up in this game sometimes, and it's hard to account for everything all the time. I'm still not there.
Oh yeah. And when you have an 18-point snake, you just want to like, God, I want this to hit. It's like that.
That's when you gotta have like if you have 18L snake, they gotta be down to like 1 unit left or something. So it's like, man, it would sure be nice if like you could somehow get a bypass, like a confusion spores up or something like that. Yeah, just let you get that, right?
He had confusion spores and 4 bodies, and I had 3, and then I had to kill his gilder to give the snake another token so that he couldn't just win the game right out there. I assumed he had Exhort in his hand, right?
Because I had exhortation in the hand, so the owl could have just swung through.
So also done it, yeah. I mean, exhortation is also another way to get around that if you can create board advantage where you've got more permanents in play than your opponent. Yeah.
I just need to have that 1 extra body, which I did, and then he got rid of the Gilder, and I'm like, oh, that was my winning.
Right.
I didn't do that turn. I was winning next turn.
Yep.
I would have, the attack would have went. Yeah, I was preemptively, I'm going to attack, and then you did that, and I still attacked. I'm like, oh. But
I just
I capitalized on it.
I just
3 and 4 health bodies are so difficult to remove.
I don't have like that's why I play Odette. Sword of Virtue just makes it so easy to remove them. You don't have to think about
Well,
it.
I had a Hammer Knight, and the Hammer Knight was just Maoni was just smashing with the Hammer Knight.
Yeah. Yeah, Maoni's really good at that, and traditionally you're playing nature alongside Maoni, so like between Maoni's ability and close combat, you can get a lot of value, removal value for 3 dice, and but yeah, it's still like one of those things where damage prevention techniques like root armor or other sorts of things, like I'm really starting to think hard and heavy about playing Celestial Knights a lot more because of the armored, because so much removal is damage based removal.
I'm waiting for the time that someone's just gonna put root armor on a Celestial Knight and make someone cry.
Well, I'm seriously considering it. Like it's just like, oh, like I stopped
Because that's 2 armored.
Yeah.
Drop the meteor. I take 0 damage.
Well, you still take 0 damage on an armored 1 because it's 3 separate instances of 1 damage. So armored 1 completely stops immediately.
Is it?
No, I thought it's 1 and then 2.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
Is it? No, I don't think so.
The second one is like depending on how many you spend.
Right, but it's
oh no, that might we need an FAQ for that then, just to make sure.
Yeah.
Because if armored 1 stops that, oh man, that's.
But even
armor just got even better.
Deal 1 damage to all units. Then deal damage to all units equal to the number of power dice. Okay, so you're right. It is 1 and then whatever up to 2. So out. I mean, I'm still fine with like if I have a root armor on any like investment unit. And they meteor.
Oh, yeah.
Like
root armor on a snake.
Take 1.
And
sure.
I'll take it.
You
Whatever.
take 1 or 2. Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, it's lots of different ways to approach the game, but I don't like setting myself up for 2-for-1s. So that's why I think just Celestial Knight with the armor built in is probably pure value.
It's good enough.
Yeah, exactly.
3 health.
3 health, and if they meteor you, you're only going to take 1. So you're still 2 away.
You must deal minimum 4 damage to remove it.
Right.
Minimum.
And
it's for every damage. After that, if you're going singles, it's 2s.
And so like I'm thinking
1, right? Like it's.
I'm thinking bears and Celestial Knights in competitive decks are going to be really hard because you can force the Scald out from a bear, and then the Celestial Knight just gets to play free till another Scald comes. So
yeah, the Celestial Knight sounds really strong because you got the Divine dice in there already, so you might as well run Meteor.
Right.
Meteor is a great answer. And then also in Divine, there's that Overpower. I forget what it is, where it's bonus damage, and then if you kill someone on the attack,
it's got the overkill if you want to alter it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you want to be attacking, I would think, with the Celestial Knight to make the most use of the armor, right?
Well, for sure, because it's not going to be a card that like because it's not alert, you're not going to hold back and defend with it. At least, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't offer it up just on anything, right? But I would look at the things that I could offer up on it. And because you're playing Divine, you don't even need to really play the overkill. Like I think the overkill is setting yourself up for 2-for-1s. Yeah. So like at the end of the day, I'd probably just like go, okay, like Divine Power Diet, make it a 4/3, so it's a Grave Knight with Armored 1.
Yeah.
But that's like if it lives through rounds. I mean, it just requires a little bit more of a delicate touch on how to play it. But I think just in Divine in general, you have so many different ways to like punish boards pretty hard. Like one thing that I thought was pretty interesting was like Holy Knight with Devotion seems really, really good. That's one.
Yeah, I've seen that in action from Red King.
Yeah, because I think like that's one way you're not going to get 2-for-1 because the Holy Knight is protected from all removal.
Yeah.
So at that point you're basically just like you just got a 3/3 blocker that doesn't exhaust, so it can sit there and alert block little units all day long. And that seems pretty good. Not a bad card to consider. Like that's a kind of 2-for-1 I would consider setting up because it's really hard for my opponent to do anything about it.
Yep. It's
So
interesting to me how the meta will spiral out and continue spiraling. Like if things like Celestial Knight and Holy Knight, for instance, come into the meta, I would think Symboli might be an interesting Phoenixborn pick. She's got reasonably high life,
Mhm.
yeah,
decent spellboard, and then her ability to make that Celestial Knight just swing again, or the Holy
yeah.
Knight just ready it right away if you happen to attack. Because that Phoenixborn, I mean, a few people played it in the AIL to good effect, but haven't seen her a lot. And
Yeah, I had been working on a deck with her, using the Sleeping Bear. And
oh,
so I was actually what I was doing was casting Sleeping Bear into Gravity Training and making 5/5 Sleeping Bears, but it just didn't matter because without bypass, the bears weren't getting through anything. So like it needed something else to give it the ability to like pressure the opponent's board. Otherwise, they just put a Lightbringer out and you like attack into a Lightbringer and whoop de doo, right? Like,
yeah,
um, because it doesn't stop. Like she doesn't stop Phoenixborn blocking. She only stops guarding. So it's like giving your unit stock essentially.
yep, yep.
And not that that's bad, but I mean, like 4/4 bear with stock is good at killing everything in the game, but you're probably going to get one use out of it and call it a day.
Hmm.
And so you invested 3 dice in the bear to do that. So I think like I'm with you, like Holy Knight and some of these other cards, but I'm still sort of looking for the 2 cost unit that can really get value, and I was kind of looking at like Beast Tamer potentially for that. So
Yeah, yeah.
because I can get a couple of uses out of Beast Tamer, or get a use out of Beast Tamer as an attacker with Tame 1, and then turn around and unexhaust it immediately so it's got its alert back up. So,
Hmm.
you can kind of use it to snipe multiple little units off the battlefield that way. But
Hmm.
I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah.
I,
I
th-
guess
I
it's
think that in general that you just have to have good removal for big units, and then you have to be able to fight wide boards. Because I think that a lot of people are playing wide boards. Like the James deck I played tonight was trying to make really wide boards with Raptor herders and flash archers and cheap little units and
I like wide boards.
yeah. I mean, I
The
think they're
deck.
cool.
I'll keep you at bay and make something scary
Yeah,
with.
yeah. Your deck is terrifying. I'm just gonna say. uh,
Hmm?
your deck is terrifying. Not the
Yeah.
keyword, but it
Oh,
seems extremely strong. I think I really lucked out this game, but yeah,
you Golden Veil to protect your snake. I
I
didn't
think
look. I haven't looked at your
I
deck list. I'm sorry.
I've got one in there and I milled it.
Yeah, okay. I would almost first five it because you almost have to guarantee somebody's just gonna like try to
My
like
my
hard
first
remove it.
five is usually snake, gilder,
Mm-hmm.
owl,
Mm-hmm.
hammer knight, root armor,
Yeah.
10. And then it's like, do you want to keep the hammer knight alive for alert, or if they're all a bunch of weenie guys, I put it on the snake.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, if you're attacking me for 1, the snake's just going to eat you.
Yeah.
Because I'll just keep pinging them away and grow them.
Well,
You can't take it out.
just in case we get paired up or you pair up against any of the Odettes, I would first five a Golden Veil against Odette because Sword of Virtue is going to be a first 5 card against Manly for sure, and they're just going to sort out the
Oh yeah, they'll sort out the hammer knight or the snake, depending. Especially
or
if I drop a root armor on it.
potentially both, depending on. She's just got 2. I mean, you got to remember that basically she's got 2 removal spells on board, more or less,
Yeah.
right? Like, so that's a problem. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, man. Well, cool. I just wanted to see if I was going to catch the end of your game, but sounds like I missed a good one, unfortunately. So I'll be watching for it. Waves, you put it in the media channel, right?
sure. Yeah, I'll throw it up on my YouTube and throw a link in the media
Awesome.
channel. And yep,
That'd be perfect. That'd be great. So, all right, man. We'll talk to you guys later. Okay. Have a good night.
That's good. Take it easy.
See ya.
thanks for the chat. Later.
I was just thinking about the hammer knight. When I had the root armor on the hammer knight, we get that removed.
I had 7 strength stallion attack into it
Right. Okay. So
after
it didn't
Jarvid,
matter.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm trying to remember. I'm like, I know it got removed and it didn't matter. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I think
couldn't ping it. You couldn't do that because it had 5 health. And I was just like, did it? Now, yes, the stallion.
yeah, like it makes me feel better about playing stallions because they can answer a big chunky unit like that if they stay alive, with the armor or root armor and stuff, just by getting so big.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I would not want to play a wide board against a root armored hammer knight with a
I
snake.
well, I played Vitruvius, I think, or
Okay,
Vitreous or whatever.
Vitreous, I
Chad.
think. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I played him first round, and we I ended with 3 health on me, but I had a root armored snake, and he just kept feeding me misspirits. And he's
Yeah.
like, we played 2 other games after that, and he didn't play misspirits at all, and he still just changed up the first 5 to 3 different ones, and it was just like the bodies just weren't there for it. Him.
I think that's the scary thing about your deck. One of them is that like I run misspirits just as blockers, right? To go wide if I need to, or maybe to finish. But like I can't do that against your deck. And then where are the bodies? I just have 3 conjurations, right? And with Mayone's ability plus the Gilder pings, plus the Hammer Knight,
Mhm.
right? Like
Yeah, the aftershock. That's what won me the game. Is aftershock.
yeah.
The first one. I attacked. He had Scald and 2 misspirits. And I just attacked with a Hammer Knight, a strengthened owl, and my big snake.
Mhm.
He had 3 health left. And it's like, okay, I resolved the Hammer Knight first, aftershock the misspirit.
Nice.
Right? And then the snake got through.
Yep.
Right? So it's like,
Yeah.
even with little teeny guys, it's like, you can't have them as blockers if I have a Hammer Knight out.
Yeah.
Whatever you're blocking will get through.
That's interesting. I actually didn't think about that before. I didn't play
Right?
that much Ashes 1.0, so that makes the Hammer Knight a lot stronger in
Because
my
that's
evaluation.
different. That's a different change to Reborn.
Yeah. Okay.
If you killed a blocker in 1.0, it didn't do anything. It just
Yeah.
made the guy just didn't do anything. In this, it's like if you attack the Phoenixborn, someone blocks it, and you kill that blocker somehow before you resolve that attack, the attack goes through to the Phoenixborn. Oh,
Yeah.
little tweaky things.
That's interesting. I kind of want to try Dark Presence. I know that would be a lot of different dice types with the Hammer Knight, but then the Hammer Knight goes all over any 1/1s, and then if it kills a 3 health unit or a 2 health unit, then you're guaranteed to ping off one of the 1/1 blockers.
This is just to bully people.
Yeah.
And then if you really want, like, why I strengthen is one of the big ones for me is you kind of like force bad decisions. Right? It's like you don't want to lose this unit. Do you want to take 4 damage?
Yeah. Or 5
Right?
5 damage.
Right? Hit him with the Hammer Knight. All of a sudden, it's like I could lose this 3 health unit or take 5.
Yeah.
Right? And all of a sudden, it's like clearing your board or hitting you to the face. Either or, it's bad.
Yeah, I think these sort of catch-22 type, like putting the catch-22 decisions on people is like a core part of the aggro strategy, it seems, or like any strategy. Like I faced a Echo like mass exhaustion deck that did similar things, where it's like regardless of the decision, it's going to be bad, but one's going to be worse, one's going to be better. Yeah. Yeah, I'd never faced the Empower Hammer Knight before. Like I'd seen some of the decks have that, and 5 damage is a lot. it's It's quite strong. Like, I think Empower overall is an amazing card if you can like survive the first round or whatever with the 2 dice missing, I guess, to cast it, because then it's just free after that. It seems pretty flexible with the guilders that you have as well.
Hmm. Yeah, it puts little, right, like majority of units are 2 or 3 health. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have your knights of 4. So that takes a little more work to get rid of. Like your deck was hard.
Yeah.
Trying to keep it so that I didn't get overrun by horses.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like if you're facing someone, it's like Gilder. Okay, my strengthened Gilder will attack your Gilder. So then it's like that trade works for me.
Yep.
You thought you were, oh, we got no bodies. Well, I do. Boom. It's like, oh, it's a cheeky 2 damage, or just started using it.
Yeah, it's quite nice. The only other place I've seen it, I think I saw Carl using it with, I forget if Shadow Spirits or Wolves in Noah. Just to, get a 4 attack. Like, if you have the focused Hound book, you can do Summon a Hound, Empower it, and attack. Just take out a Knight or take 4 to the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really effective.
I think I want to try it with strikes. So go Nature, Divine, Ceremonial, and do like, or is it Illusion? Whatever, you just get like a quick strike unit, or like Seaside Raven, where it's like all of a sudden it's like 5 damage quick strike.
Yeah.
Right? All of a sudden it's like you're taking 5 to the face, or your unit dies and my thing stays alive.
Yeah. That's quite strong.
Right? Like, it's like, I think time might be fun.
Yeah, time with Lightbringers.
Where if you can
yeah.
accelerate and get the bring out like a whatever that 2/1 guy is, Light Swordsman.
Yeah. Sorry, not Lightbringer, Light Swordsman.
All of a sudden it's right, and all of a sudden it's like accelerate, Light Swordsman, go. I think this game right now is just in a healthy spot. I don't think there's one overall deck that is like the best thing out there right now. Good decks,
Yep. Yeah,
bad matchups are going to happen, right? Like I saw like a matchup, like I was looking at some of the deck lists and I was like, oh my god, I don't want to play this Cole guy because it's a bad matchup for me. Not for me to lose, me to just crush him.
Oh yeah.
It's like bring out a Strengthen. I'll have a Hammer Knight, root armor on it. All of a sudden, it's like I'll hit you for 5. You're not going to put things on the board that's there, and you can't slash it away. It's just going to sit there as a body.
Yep.
This Typhoon, I have Gilders. You have to kill the Gilders before you can attack this thing. And if you attack it, you have to hit it for 6 to kill it. So it's like, I think it would be a bad player experience. But that's just a bad matchup.
Yeah. There were definitely a number of those for me earlier on. Just, entering the sort of quote-unquote competitive scene. There's these highly optimized decks with highly optimized aggressive first 5s, and until you experience those a number of times, both wide strategies and tall strategies, it's really tough, and especially with the swinging turn order as well. There's a lot of blowouts, but I'm getting a bit of a handle on it, and it seems like there's a bit less of those ultra aggressive decks. There's still some though in the open deck list tournaments, but yeah, I definitely think there could be bad player experiences if like in at the competitive level. But I feel like two new players just going at it. The game's complex enough that everyone's gonna make some mistakes, not bring the optimal first five or whatever. And hopefully the competitive scene, we can all kind of rise at a similar level so that there's not as many blowouts, but we'll see.
It depends on how you take a competitive thing. Like, everybody likes to win, right?
Sure, yeah.
It's a thing in life. You like to win. Are you going to be a jerk about it? Or are you going to be like a reasonable human being? You know?
Yeah.
You outplayed me. You outplayed me in this game. I made more mistakes than you did. You outplayed me and you beat me. I'm not taking it like a sore loser. Oh, my deck sucks. Oh, no, I made mistakes. I could see my path. You know?
Yeah,
if I didn't do certain things, I may have won it. I made those mistakes, and now I have to live with it. No? Just your deck outplayed mine. No?
Yeah. Yeah.
I've not played against the Majestic Beast thing.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. You know? That unit is pretty sweet for dice, 4 health, 3. You probably couldn't get use of its ability against me.
Mm-hmm.
It's what? It gets by 1 health guys?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. So, you know?
Yeah, it's quite a nice unit. I've seen a couple people run it, but I'm surprised I haven't seen more of it. But
like I would try to squeak in an exhortation just for those matchups.
yeah, like I'd had another deck that ran elephants it was Koji deck that used exhortation with the stallion and the elephant and tried to do that.
Because with the stallion in this deck as like a one of, if like you draw against one of those weenie guys, you're like, my stallion is now 7. Well, I'm gonna hit you for 10.
Yeah.
Because you can't block this giant guy.
Yep.
You know, and it's like that swing if it hurts.
Yeah, I've never pulled it off. I've played a lot of games with that one, and I never ended up pulling it off. But that deck, it wasn't quite ready. I think I could have made some changes. But yeah, the exhortation combos, especially in a closed deck list format, that's where I tried to bring it out at the AIL. Is you know, your opponent can think they're way ahead, and then all of a sudden, boom, exhortation. Game's over.
And you change the math every turn for me. Your dice.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, I think I can get through this. And then you're like, transmute magic. I'm like, oh no, what is... I thought you used all of those dice before. Now they're back. Oh god.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm like, oh look, illusion's gone. Yeah, transmute magic. They're back. You know, and it was just like, oh my god. That was like, I've not seen it used as well as you did. It was just like, I'm like, okay, I can bring this guy out and it'll be fine. Oh, now I can't. You know, and it's like,
yeah. I think that was like part of it is the open deck list because I was heavily planning to use transmute magic a lot in this matchup just because you have snakes. I knew you had Call Upon the Realm, so I thought, well, it might not work, right? Like, but you know, as soon as I saw you meditate, then I kind of knew, okay, you don't have Call Upon the Realms in hand, so I can try this. But yeah, this is the first time I've got transmute magic to work, and I definitely see the power of it now. Previously, it would be something to sit in hand, but I mean, I didn't mind because I could just filter it to the bottom with stallions if I didn't need it. But yeah.
But it just like it changes the math on everything. Right? You sit there and you're like, oh, I've got, and that's the argument that everyone talks about deck building. Is 2 colors the right way to go? Is 3 colors the way, consistency, this, that. And it's like, that just takes it and flips it.
Yeah.
And
it's just, I guess I have 3 of them, but yeah, just 3 cards in the deck, and it's a nice option, right?
You pay 1, and all of a sudden it's like, this turn I need 4 nature dice. I use my nature dice, and then I'll get them back.
Yep.
Because I don't need the charm dice now, or all of a sudden it's just like, thought I was safe.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't actually think during the game on how that would affect things, because I could have used, all my illusions. I might have even at the one point, and then just got them back, right? And then once you see the first one, then you're always wondering, well, does does he have transmute magic in hand? Is it safe to play the snake now, right? Yeah.
And it's one of those things, and it's like, okay, no illusion dice. Bring out the snake. All of a sudden, you're like, transmute magic. It's like, oh. Now I have 1 turn to try to get some health on it. Or else.
Yep.
Like, it was very effective. Like,
sweet. I'm excited to face some other Mayoni decks now, because yours had the tools to get health on it, right? With explosive growth. I haven't looked at the other Mayoni lists yet. Maybe they do that too, but
Carl might.
Okay.
I think the other guy was Divine. I think he goes Hydra.
Okay.
Hydra would be, you just have to get 2 damage on it. Like, you have to water blast it. And then flip it.
Oh, yep.
Right? Because he can heal 1 on his side action.
Mm-hmm.
When you flip it with body inversion, it's dead.
Yeah, it just needs 1 damage on it, right? Because the heads are they only one attack, right? So the head would stay at attack. Yeah.
Which would be great, like a Gilder book. The body inversion would kill a Hydra.
Yeah.
Sure, you can, like, you just, but yeah, no, one of them is Hydra, and the other one might be explosive, but depends on if he first 5s it or not.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
I guess if I root armor a snake, because the root armor gives +1 health.
Yep. And then I would have had to deal.
You'd have to deal 1 damage that main action.
Yeah. Because it would have 1 armor and 1 health. So I could water blast it, but not in the same turn, right? So.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to set up the water blast and then.
Yep.
Which you did after the explosive growth or whatever. Mm-hmm. You hit it for 2 and then.
Yeah.
No, I had 2 on it, or.
Yeah, I water blasted it and then I flipped it the next turn.
Yeah.
That one wasn't explosive growth, but it had 1 or 2. Yeah.
Yeah, I had 2 tokens on it, and then you hit me, and then flip me, and I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this was probably one of the best games I've ever played. All of Ashes I've played, like.
Wow.
Oh, so good.
Sweet. That's an honor to hear it from you. Like I think I've heard about you. Maybe. Are you in Canada? To Toronto scene or something?
Yeah, I think we chatted on the stream.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you're in Barrie. Okay. Yeah. Right on.
Yeah, but I play in Toronto,
Okay.
the tournaments and stuff.
Yeah, that's a
I
huge honor. So yeah, thank you so much. This was definitely the best game I've played in Ashes. Just the most decision points, and it was very
yeah.
very fun. So thanks again for the game. I'll
Yeah.
see you around.
Sure. If you ever want another game, just let me know.
Yep. Yeah, I have kids as well, so generally 8 p.m. or 8:30 p.m. EST most weekdays. I'm up for some games.
Yeah.
So I'll just like message on the Discord or whatever, and 4 p.m. and it would be fun to have some more matches in the future. And good luck in the rest of the tournament. I think your deck is quite terrifying.
We'll see who gets to experience it next. I think I can tweak some stuff, but I'm liking it right now.
Yeah. All right.
It's a tool. Yours is fun to play against. Like, it was so much thought went into it, and like reactions that everybody's like, I don't want to play this because it sucks, or things like that. Like, you're throwing in this deck and made use of it.
Yeah. The shadow counter or whatever it's called. I just love that card. So I don't care. What
Shadow counter killed one of the units. Right?
Yeah. The owl, the
figures in the fog.
Yep, that saved me. Yep. That was lucky.
That was 5 damage. If that 5 damage got through, you would have had 3. I think I could have snuck by.
I think so too.
Because I could have strengthened the owl and attacked with. Right?
Yeah, or exorted.
The next round, or exorted the owl and got through, but I needed to chip away the 8 or build to get over 8.
I think you would have had me. Yeah, because you had 2 owls. Either strengthen or exort would have done it. I just lucked out. I rolled a wolf. And I drew the 1 copy of Figures in the Fog. So yeah, I played my best, but still a lot of luck, which is I kind of like, because whether you win or lose, you don't have to blame yourself completely, but you can't also claim the victory for yourself completely. It's a game. It's fun. There's some luck to it too, right?
And you have to like, you look back and you make mistakes. Losses are mistakes. It's like, what did I do wrong? Well, I know I did this wrong and I did that wrong, and you outplayed me here. Like, you can see that stuff.
Yeah, that's
one
thing I love. Yeah,
I just don't like to be a sore loser.
Yeah,
like,
I think
you played better than I did. You deserve the win.
Oh, thank you.
Right? Like, you outplayed me in this game. I made some mistakes, you capitalized on them, and you made me deal with it.
Yeah.
Right? It was just, you played better.
That's one of the things I absolutely love about 1v1 games that like aren't completely luck but take a lot of, various aspects to play, is that there's like emotional intelligence to it, right? Like if you want to keep improving or just in general have fun at the game, then you have to be honest about yourself and like say, I made mistakes here, like as you were saying, and I just find it's missing in a lot of the more popular like team-based games and all this stuff. You don't often build that by default or have to build that by default, but in 1v1 I find like emotional intelligence building, it's like kind of a hidden gem of these sorts of games. So,
and you handle the pressure.
That too,
coming down to the wire, and looking at how do I get damage on you to do this, and it's like you handle it. Yeah,
every situation's different, right? Like you can't just prepare for it. it's something you have to deal with in the moment, right? Like, and
And
regardless, yeah,
you look at the path to victory and you're like, ooh, I can see my path. And then you're interacting. So it's like, okay, what are you doing? Oh, you just took that path away. Where's my second path? Right? And
yeah,
it's like, people are talking bad about stallions. Those stallions were great this game.
yeah.
Like, if I just took care of the big snake earlier, maybe, or the horse, I might have got through with less damage, but taking 4 or 5 hurts.
Yep. Yeah, I think the stallions are a great late game option. Like, if you can sort of similar to Empower and even the snakes. Like, if you can survive the early aggression of some of these decks, then they just give you so much leverage later in the game. So,
And you're cycling your deck so much with that.
yep.
Like, I'll just put this back on top. I'll put this at the bottom. And all of a sudden it's like you're just cycling through and you go, where's the tool that I need right now? Ooh, this one. Keep this one. I'll get rid of that one. Now, now we're cooking.
Yeah, I love.
Then you can do something.
The ancestor spirits and the stallions both have that ability, right? And then, like, I have 3 times Vanish in this deck. Vanish was completely useless against your deck, but I didn't care. I just filtered it to the bottom. But it'll come in handy against, Brennan's if I face them with
anyone with Molten Gold.
Or Molten Gold's the best one. Yeah.
Oh, I love when I always packed a Vanish when I had Illusion, just even at least one. Because when you get down to 3 health, the first thought that goes through someone's head is not board state. It's, I'm going to Molten Gold you for the win.
Mm-hmm.
Then you vanish it, and then you go, oh.
Yeah,
and then they have to, and then they're like, oh, now I have to go over to you. I didn't think this through. And then you can just clear a unit, attack them for the rest of their life, and all of a sudden they're like, if you just waited,
Yeah, like they could be like, if they don't see the Vanish coming, right, and they Molten Gold, that could just lose them the game. If they assume the Molten Gold was going to win it, and they didn't actually like calculate out what if this doesn't get through, what if it's vanished, and like what else stops Molten Gold? I don't think anything does that I can think of.
Vanish is the only thing so far.
Okay.
Because most other things prevent damage.
Yeah, like redirect.
Molten Gold deals wounds.
Yeah.
I have to say, probably the play that truly put the nail in the coffin for me was the transfer.
Oh, yep.
As soon as you transferred the snake and I couldn't use Mayone's ability, the snake to kill like the Majestic, it's like, that's how do I eat through 4 health?
Yeah. Oh, I'm loving transfer with the Majestic Titans because it's so multi-purpose. Like I could remove exhaustion from a stallion, put it on an exhausted Majestic Titan, and then just discard the spell to take off both exhaustion tokens, or mess with the opponent as well. Like, yeah, I get that it's situational in some decks, but it's so flexible in others.
But when you see the threat, you saw this giant snake and you're like, that needs to go.
Yep.
And it was just like, oh. I can see some additions. Like, I think I can drop a couple cards and put in more protection, like golden veils, instead of just the one.
Oh yeah, true. If you wouldn't have meditated the Golden Veil, it would have stopped the transfer. Would have stopped the threat of the body inversion as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or at least one.
Yep.
I would gladly keep my snake alive for a round against body inversion with a, it's good against a lot of things. Water blast. No water blast.
Yeah. It would work against Water Blast. Or yeah.
And all of a sudden it's like you now couldn't get that last damage off.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the Molten Golds would have thrown a wrench. Like if I didn't see it coming and you didn't meditate that one away, the transfer would have probably lost me the game there. If you have a Molten Gold, or I mean, the whatever it's called. Sorry.
Yeah, if that, I think, because you had limited books, right, to use. I had enough stuff to try to keep alive, but transfer and then the figures in the fog, both of those messed up chip damage to you.
Yeah.
The one before messed the chip damage to get you down to 3. And then the transfer just took the snake out of action. So my only path was exhortation, but I needed to get through. Your bodies were just too big.
Yeah.
So a lot of work to do, but
yeah, I think if we play this even with your existing deck a few times, I don't know how much my deck would win. There were a lot of things in combination that worked in my favor this game. Like I rolled pretty well all game. You rolled poorly at the beginning. I mean, there was, and even still, you could have won it. If you didn't attack in, as you mentioned.
I had many paths, and I made bad choices.
Yeah.
And those choices haunted me. I did recover.
Yep.
From that, right? Like, I didn't just immediately lose. Just that was a bad decision. Why did I do that? Rebuild. I just had fewer resources to rebuild with.
Yeah.
I managed to get there, and then literally me killing the Gilder, I just needed a body.
Yeah, I know. I thought I lost there at first.
Then I killed the Gilder, probably.
And then, yeah. Like, I thought yeah. I think that was the only thing I could have done is body inversioning your Gilder there. Or Water Blast, I forget which one I did.
Body inversioned it, left the Water Blast for the Owl.
Oh, yeah.
Then you hit me for 3 and I took 4 fatigue damage. If I didn't kill the Gilder and just passed, right?
I think
let you go. And I pass, and I just keep passing and not attack. If you attack, I block with a Gilder, and then I can bring in an Owl.
Yeah.
I still have a Gilder, right? You could kill one of the other things, and I just keep passing. It goes over, then it pops over to me. You think?
I think if I would have messed up there, then you had a path to victory. If you didn't. But I think I probably could have closed it out. I wouldn't have attacked into your Gilders.
No.
I was afraid of the Amplify, but I guess you meditated them away. I can't remember if you had one. I did. Okay, you did.
I was not planning for another round, and I needed the one charm die for exhortation. That was my one hit kill. Just win it outright instead of going to the next.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah, once I wolfed your, or no, I forget. I put your term die down.
You transmuted magicked it.
Yeah, that's it.
You hit that and went, it's basic. It's like,
Because at that stage in the game, I'm like, how can I lose from here? You have 2 cards in hand, no cards in deck. I see everything on your board. What is the only option for me to lose?
what am I afraid of?
Yeah.
I'm afraid of this card.
Yep.
But if I just passed instead of killing the Gilder,
It would have at least left the option open for me to screw
I
up.
would have. Well, because then I could just keep passing, and if you attack, I have Gilders to block. If you don't attack and you bring in a unit, that's fine. Because you were running low on dice, you could clear some of my board. If you cleared some of my board, killed any of my Gilders, or the Owl with Water Blast, and I would just bring in another Owl. I'd still have 4 bodies, relatively.
Yeah.
3 to 4 bodies. And then if it went back to me, then I would have had the fresh snake plus
Oh yeah. I don't think.
exhort the owl and then go. I would have been like at 1 or 2 health because of the fatigue and that. But
Yeah.
there's little things that I did to learn.
Yep.
But it was smooth. I think this game would have been even better if it was in person.
Yeah. For sure. Oh man, these cards and the dice so chunky, and yeah, it's gonna be fun to play
Like,
some games
just
in person.
the clatter is fine when it's on here, but like just picking them up and shaking them
Yeah.
is satisfying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times
I
ahead.
will. Yeah. I understand. You know, they all hate COVID.
Yep. Here's hoping that things open up a bit, but I guess it's out of my hands at least. So
Hmm.
live
I
with
just want the cards. Play with the cards. Hold them in my hand. Make a
Yeah.
deck.
Do you think you'll do like video with the physical cards once you get the cards, or
I
play
did
DTS?
have I did have a rig that I used for physical cards. Like it has like a boom arm that I would hook up to a table.
Okay.
The GoPro. And the GoPro's camera, the way it was like positioned in it, could catch the full. Like I have 2 game mats, 2 black game mats that I put down. It catches the full game mat, so you can catch everything but the hand.
Oh, cool.
So like if you want to show your hand, you can put it up to the GoPro, but you can just see the whole table, and it records in like 15-minute segments to edit together. But I'm planning on getting that back up and running when it's in person.
Sweet.
I'm gonna try to get my more tech savvy nephew to try to do some editing and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I've always wondered about editing and even like automated tools to. Yeah, this is going a bit overboard, but like maybe if the spectator in YouTube like moused over one of the cards, you could have some like scripts in there to like enlarge the card, like on TTS. Like that would be a really cool spectator experience for a card game, but it's probably a bit too ambitious. I don't even know if it's possible.
I don't even know how to record TTS stuff. I'm still relatively new to TTS, so
Okay. Yeah, there's a OBS, Open Broadcast Software, I think. It's free. And it's pretty easy to just record. Like, I just record my screen. And Yeah, I didn't spend too much time figuring it out. It's pretty easy. Live streaming, like, it takes a lot more computer resources and good internet connection and that. So I haven't really delved into that yet, but yeah.
Because what would be cool is having a spectator record instead of like players. You can record as like you get the spectator person to create the table,
Yeah.
right? So that they're like the master.
Yeah, and then they can see all the cards and stuff, right?
Exactly, and then they can just mouse over and hit Alt to pop it into their view to be like, oh, they played this. Boom, new ideas, right? And you just they're just there to record and just like mouse over the cards and like pop the cards up. So it's like, I don't know what they played right there. Boom, they played this, and then they're recording it. So like, you can have the layout on whatever; it doesn't matter, and then it would be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched the game that Nick and Neil commentated on the other day. I missed it. I think you watched it though.
I
popped
did
in afterwards, and yeah, that was a cool game. It's really cool. I think 2 commentators is the sweet spot. 3 might be fun too, but it'd be really cool for some of the finals or something to have more of that, more discussion between a couple commentators on TTS. Yeah.
Yeah, I think when it gets to the cut, I think there's a cut.
Yep.
You know, maybe so it's not like a surprise, but having other like competitors commentate on it would be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'd eat that content up. Yeah. All right, man. Well, yeah. Once again, really enjoyable game. Probably the best game of Ashes I've had yet. So thank you. And yeah, I'm gonna head out now. I was gonna join in for First 5 Fridays, but I'm kind of tired. So
I think it's a bit late.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to, but maybe I'll. If someone's on and someone needs a game, I might try, but I'm probably gonna go to bed.
Okay.
Luck in the future.
Yeah, thank you. Likewise. Until next time.
We will. Sure. Take it easy.
Cool. Bye.
Bye.
Whew. That's fun. All right. That's it for today.